Hello and welcome to another Draisine 160 video. It's been quite a while since I've done a video about the progress I've made on my layout. There's been quite a few reasons for this. First reason is that I've just been busy. I've been kind of actually making progress with the layout. But the second reason is more recently that I've actually just been spending a lot of time doing a lot of wiring. You can see here that I'm in the midst of it. It's still got a lot of work to do, but the intent is that I will automate the layout in some way. I'm going to hook it up to iTrain using my computer and have, you can see, a lot of the decoders for the turnouts and various other bits and pieces that I need to make that happen, including the DigiKite sort of track detection sort of hardware, which is going to be interesting. So at the moment, I'm doing a lot of labeling up of wires, which is really quite boring and not exactly glamorous, but it is something that I felt that I needed to do with a layout of this size. You can see how many turnouts I've got, and you know, to be able to run trains without having to sort of flip switches and try and remember everything, it's going to be quite tricky. So I thought I'd try and do myself a little bit of a favour and make it a bit easier. But in the meantime, it's actually made it a bit harder, I guess. But it should be quite good. I'm going to be using the Z21, which I'm going to hook up to my laptop, and I hope that I'll be able to get some sort of trains moving by Easter. But that's my hope. But we'll see how that goes. So other progress I've made is that I've recently been working on a bridge which is on the entrance to Limoges. This is a sort of one of the wooden kits that I've recently purchased. It's a really fantastic kit. It's from Cités Miniatures, and they've really done a great job with this one, and I really recommend their kits because they are very detailed and very easy to put together. You'll also notice that I've actually done a new fan of sidings. I think these were sort of proposed to go in last time, and I've added some scenery around them, which is hopefully going to make it look a bit nicer. And you can see there's quite an obscene amount of trains that are in the sidings there, and a few bits and pieces I've got laying around. Apologies for all the mess, but I am working on the layout pretty constantly, so it's just an issue I've got to deal with. Looking at the other bits of the layout, they got the main line going into a tunnel, and you've also got this house on the hill, which is a scratch-built model that I've done based on a house that's in a moutier. There's a lot of detail going into that. It's just needs the roof to go on really now, and then perhaps be toned down a little bit, as well as some more details in the garden. And also next door to it is a house that's based on a house that is actually very near to us in the Limousin. And that's a rather unusual house. So I quite like the idea of doing that. Then moving down, you can see I've actually done a new sort of seed, a new section of the layout, which has actually been added on. This is the motorway. Also next to the motorway, I've done a little service road going off, which is access to a phone mast and a balancing pond there, which you see quite a lot of those next to the motorway in the France area. You can see that there's a beam of the house that runs through the middle of it, which we'll just have to ignore, unfortunately, as the constraint I've got to work with. But the actual motorway is going to be quite a long scene. I've actually added about an extra sort of 50 centimetres by about a metre on here, and there's going to be a services. So there's going to be plenty of opportunity to show off a lot of the cars that I've got, which I need to put in. But you can see it's still a bit of a work in progress, but it should be quite interesting. Over in the corner of the layout, you can see the scenery is starting to come together now. It's starting to look a little bit more like the final thing. Needs a lot more trees. It needs a lot more shrubs, and it needs the final details to be added to some of the buildings and things. But I'm pleased with the direction that it's going. A moutier really hasn't changed a great deal since I last did a video. The back scene is, pretty much as it was. And, the cars and the car park are all as they were. So the main changes have been these sidings, which have been sort of added in, which I think are actually really useful. And the sort of, to be able to just store stock and to take photos of it in relatively easy conditions to get to has been really good. And the motorway has been quite good to be able to sort of do some work on some of the 3D printed cars that I've been buying from Panzer Shop NL, which I've really been enjoying making. They've been some fantastic kits there. And so I'm pleased with this corner of the layout. I suppose the next thing I've got to do is get onto the Limoges section, and that will be done once I've finished automating the layouts and getting that working. because then I can fix the track down, fix the baseboards down, get them working. A little project I did a few months ago was to make some more ballast wagons. I was running low on those, and I needed a good rake of them, and the Arnold ones were getting quite hard to find. So I got some coal hopper wagons from Arnold and resprayed them in the same sort of reddish brown, and found some transfers for the V shapes that were needed to go on there. They've come out quite well, actually. Quite pleased with those. I've got a good rake now, and yeah. So that's my layout update. I hope you've enjoyed the update today. I'll try and do some more of these. It's just trying to find the time to do the layout and also do these sorts of videos. I've got a whole backlog of stuff I've been meaning to put on the channel, but it's just editing it down and getting it uploaded is usually one of the things that's towards the lower bit of my to-do list. Nevertheless, if you do enjoy it, leave a comment, click the like button, whatever you like to do. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.